Good afternoon, everyone, and I hope you're all well. In this video, what I'm going to demonstrate to you is a 4-stage, not too complex, but email campaign that you can set up to automatically go out and it will bring in more clients than sending one initial email. Chances are you only need to send the first email. However, you're more likely to get a reply if you do all 4 of these. So before I get into explaining exactly why and how I send these, I'm going to offer you a chance to book a consultancy call with me. Now, this is off the back of me giving free mentorship to people. You can book a 30-minute or an hour slot with me if you just want to have a chat on the phone and you want me to give you guidance. Believe me, it's well worth it. I don't have to sell it. You know what I can do. If you do, email me on the links in the description as well to my email address, or it's on the screen. So without further ado, let's get into the video itself. And what you want to do is initially you want to find a lead. I've made tons of videos on this, and you want to send them your initial email. Now, the reason it's like this, I've tested this to death, and it's probably the highest performing sort of email template around that. Now, you don't want to talk too much in depth in the video. I mean, the email, you don't want to say we're this, we're that, we've helped 20 clients. You just want to say, look, this is what we're offering. If you're interested, come back to us. This is our rates. I found that's the key factor. If you put your rates in there, yeah, you're 4 times more likely to get a reply. Roughly 4 times more likely. And the reason being, it's especially if you've got an introductory offer or something that's a sort of below market rate, they'll be like, hold on a minute, let's give these guys a try. So if you outperform everyone at a lower rate, they're going to use you more and more, and it's easier to build a relationship off of that. People are surprised that it can still be very commercially viable, especially if you're working independently or you're a freelance recruiter. The reason being, most companies have to charge a certain amount because they've got directors to pay salary, they've got rent to pay, they've got insurance. If you're just working from home or set up your own agency, for now you can charge 10% and you can still make very, very good money. So, first things first, hello, name, excuse me, I hope you're well. Excuse me, I called earlier, but I was unable to reach you. Even if you didn't call, it just shows you that you've made the effort to directly contact them. You can take that part out, it's not mandatory. You can even take, I hope you're well. You can say good morning, good afternoon. I wanted to introduce myself, specialist recruiter for this niche. Yeah, that's all you need to say. However you want to place your niche is fine. You can say, look, I'm an IT recruiter, or you can be very specific to whatever the vacancy is. So you can say we are, I don't know, we specialize in technical support desks. So tier 1 and 2, that's our niche in the IT sector. And that will be better than just saying I'm an IT recruiter, yeah? I noticed you're recruiting for the vacancy, wherever you saw the vacancy on their website, Indeed, you saw it on LinkedIn, put it in there. And would you be interested in reviewing some of our candidates to discuss how we can be of service? Currently, we're running a rate. This answers all your questions. So you're saying, we charge this much and we can help you with this vacancy. That's all you need to say. And, happy to discuss. Not can we book a call, because some people just want to do it by email. Happy to discuss historic needs. Should you care would be a service. Wonderful. That's your first email gone out. Send 100 of those. You should get about 2 to 8 replies, depending on your sector and who you target. And that's the sort of rate you want to look at. So, a follow-up email. You would go into your sent items, and you would find the email addresses and you would just send it from there. So, second email is just what we call a bump. So if you've sent this out on a Monday morning and your initial first day 1 email, you've sent the email out, and what it will look like is, you just want to flag up again. And now the reason we flag up is because people may see this as an email blast. Even if you do send it individually, I remember I was sending them one by one, and I usually still do, just so you don't, go into spam filters. It looks natural. People are more likely to reply, and I automatically send this, and this shows you're a real person and you really want to contact them. There is a lot behind it, and people actually won't reply to emails that comes across as not custom, not tailored to them. So I would just send that probably about 2 to 4 days later, and you will get more replies off of this than you will for this. I guarantee it. and you'll get replies into the tune of, we're not interested in working with agencies, just to clarify, or actually we are, 2, 3 days later, we've been recruiting for the role and nothing's happened. So we might have, in that space of time, 2 to 4 days, they might have said, "Look, we're not getting any applicants. We need to go to an agency with this. Oh, do you know anyone? Oh, there's a few that emailed me today. Let's have a look at them." But if you show up, and the more you scream at them, the more likely they are to eventually come back to you. Now, this is something you would send 1 to 2 weeks later after this email, and it's not annoying. You're just getting your point across. So the nature of it is, hi, name. I notice you're recruiting for this vacancy. Again, you're still recruiting for the vacancy. So it's showing you're a real person. You're genuinely watching them. Even if they aren't recruiting, you're probably going to say, oh, what happens if they filled the role? Okay, great. They're just going to come back to you and say, I mean, I've had times saying, we filled the role, but can you help us with this position? Okay, great. Of course I can. So there's no, if they're not coming back to you, they're not coming back to you. You're still offering your service for anything. So you can change this part if you like. We are currently working with 3 candidates locally. So you might want to change that. You might want to say we're currently working with candidates locally who may be suitable for the role. I wondered if you want me to send your CV across. And if they say, yeah, can you send the CV across? Okay, great. We need to get terms of business in place in order for me to do so, because my director won't let me work on any jobs unless we've got an agreement in place. That's all you have to do to get around it. And would you be open to engaging on this role is just, basically saying, are you interested or not? They might say, we're not interested now, call me in a week. So that's quite a powerful technique, and the most powerful one is this email coming up now. And this has won me big clients. And I'm not going to lie, it's won me, I'm talking FTSE 100 companies with no issue. This email gives me probably the most response, and this is I obviously document well. I put it in an Excel, etc., and I send it out. There's ways to automate it. So again, I notice you're still recruiting for the vacancy. You can cut this one out if you like, even, or cut this one out and use just that. This is what I do as a follow up. We're currently working with 2 competitors. Now, you would want to do research in terms of the competitors. Let's say one of them is BT. You would want to say, look, we're working with TalkTalk and we're working with blah, blah, blah in the same location as the job is. So in London. And we've successfully sourced 2 people for the, I don't know, IT support technician role in the month of this month for August, September, January, whatever. And that's a really custom email. And if you do that, it takes a bit of time. Would you be open to engaging on this role or any other position? Kind regards. That's your last email. There is another email which you can send, email 5, which I don't want to share at this stage, but it's usually just goes like, have you given up working with me? Do you still want to work with me? Would you be interested further down the line? Or, sorry, the role isn't, it seems like it's called the goodbye email, and I've taken that out. It used to be a 6-stage email, but I've put it up to 4. So this will go out probably in about 2 to 3 weeks after the job is posted. Because if you see a job posted and it's 30 days old, you're going to think, oh, that's been in the market for 30 days. Actually, that job could have been in the market for 4 months and they've just reposted it. So you're picking out those vacancies. They're like, hold on a minute. This guy's actually delivering on the job. He's just worked with 2 competitors. Hey, boss, come and look at this. This guy says he's worked for this. That's why we can't recruit anyone, because this guy is finding everyone for our competitors. We need to get hold of this guy. We need to work with him. The number one thing when I interview hiring managers is I ask them, how on earth can you expect, or why can't you find the applicants and you've come to me? They usually say, look, no one's applying for our job. Okay, Mr. Client, I can tell you why. I'm working with 2 competitors. I'm resourcing for them. I'm very aggressive in my marketing campaign, and I have the candidate pool and the reach to attract pretty much anyone in the market at the moment. That could be the reason why. So you need to put yourself in a position. You're not a recruiter just looking for a fee. You're the reason they're struggling. It's so powerful, my friends. So, so powerful. So, yeah, hope that helped. If you want to get in touch with me, book a consultancy call with me. The email's in the description. Just email me. We can work out a time. And I'm going to put these email templates in a link in the description, in the comments section. So just copy and paste these. There's no I haven't got no trademark on it, so adapt it, change it, use it however you want, but be careful with it. I didn't want to share this because people will mess it up. They'll send this all in one go too soon. They won't space it out. You have it's the important thing is just work out your process and how everything works. This is probably one of the most valuable video I've ever shown. And believe me, if you do this correctly, you're not leaving money on the table than just sending one email. I genuinely didn't want to show this, but I just feel like even if it helps one person, it'll be great. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope to hear from you guys soon. I hope you share this video as well with people that need it.